Thank you. Talking to you, right? She was talking to you, right? Yeah, Steve knows everybody. Ooh, no, they're not.
Testing, testing, testing. Check, 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 check. Check, check. 1, 2. Are they on? Hello, hello. Hello, hello.
Yeah, we need more of this. We definitely need more.
Ooh.
Better. We won't be able to hear ourselves still.
Looking back on when I used to be a little Jersey boy, when my only worry was for Christmas what would be my toy. Even though we sometimes would not get a thing, we were happy with the joy the day would bring. Sneaking out the back door, hang out with those hoodlum friends of mine. Greeted at the back door, but boy, thought I told you not to go outside. Trying your best to bring the water to your eyes, hoping it might stop her from whooping your behind. Wish those days could come back once more. Why did those days ever have to go? I wish those days could come back once more. Why did those days ever have to go? 'Cause I love so. Brother says he's telling about you playing doctor with that girl. Just don't tell, I'll give you anything you want, this whole wide world. Mama gives you money for Sunday school. You trade yours for candy after church is through. Smoking cigarettes and writing something nasty on the wall.
Oh, you nasty girl.
Teacher sends you to the principal's office down the hall. You grow up and learn that kind of thing ain't right. But while you were doing it, it sure fell out of sight. Wish those days could come back once more. Why did those days ever have to go? I wish those days could come back once more. Why did those days ever have to go? 'Cause I'm so.
Very superstitious. writings on the wall. Very superstitious. Ladder's about to fall. 13-month-old baby broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck. The good things in your past. When you believe in things you don't understand and you suffer, superstition lay the way. Hey, hey. Ooh, very superstitious. Wash your face and hands. Rid me of the problems. Do all that you can. Keep me in a daydream. Keep me going strong. You don't want to save me. Sad is the song. When you believe in things you don't understand and you suffer, superstition lay the way. Hey, hey. Superstitious, nothing more to say. Very superstitious, the devil's on his way. 13-month-old baby broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck. They say best. When you believe in things you don't understand and you suffer, superstition lay the way. Hey, hey.
Superstition in the way. 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 Except for that one B flat, but that was okay.
That's okay.
Everything else sounded great though. Really good.
It's getting easier.
Tom, you conducting, man? You gonna conduct?
Do, 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 do.
Let's hang on to what we got. Don't let go, girl, we got a lot. Got a lot of love between us. Hang on, hang on, hang on to what we've got. Do, 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 do.
You say you're gonna go and call it quits,
Gonna chuck it all and break my love to bits. Breaking up.
I wish you never said
Breaking
it.
up.
No, no, we'll both regret it.
That little chip of diamond on your hand means a fortune, baby, but you know it stands for your love.
A love to try and bind
For your
us.
love.
We just can't live behind us, baby.
For your love, think it over and stay. Let's hang on to what we got. Don't let go, girl, we got a lot. Got a lot of love between us. Hang on, hang on, hang on to what we've got. Do 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 do.
You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. You'd be like heaven to touch. I wanna hold you so much. At long last, love has arrived, and I thank God I'm alive. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
Pardon the way that I stare. There's nothing else to compare. The sight of you leaves me weak. There are no words left to speak. But if you feel like I feel, please let me know that it's real. You're just too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you.
I love you, baby, and if it's quite alright, I need you, baby, to warm a lonely night. I need you, baby. Trust in me when I say, oh, pretty baby, don't bring me down, I pray. Oh, pretty baby, now that I found you, stay
And let me
love you, baby. Let me love you.
Oh, Adonai. Lady Samba back in '63. What a very special time for me, as I remember what a night. Oh, Adonai.
No, I didn't even know your name.
I was never gonna be the same, as I remember what a night. Oh, I got a funny feeling when she walked in the room, and as I recall, it ended much too soon.
Oh, what a night.
Oh, treasure.
give me your attention, baby.
Attention, baby.
I gotta tell you a little something about yourself.
Self.
You're wonderful, flawless. Ooh, you a sexy lady.
Sexy lady.
But you walk around here like you wanna be someone else. Oh,
Oh.
I know that you don't know it, but you're fine, so fine.
Fine, so fine.
Oh,
Oh.
girl, I'm gonna show you when you're mine, oh mine.
Mine, oh mine. Treasure. That is what you are. Honey, you're my golden star.
You know you can
Make my wish come true. If you let me treasure you.
if you
Let me treasure you. Oh, oh.
Pretty girl, you could be smiling.
You could be smiling.
A girl like you should never look so blue.
You're everything I see in my dreams.
And I wouldn't say that to you if it wasn't true. Oh,
Oh.
I know that you don't know it, but you're fine, so fine.
Fine, so fine.
Oh,
Oh.
girl, I'm gonna show you when you're mine, oh mine.
Mine, oh mine.
Oh,
Treasure. That is what you are. Honey, you're my golden star.
You know you can
Make my wish come true. If you let me treasure you. Let me treasure you. Oh, oh.
You are my treasure. You are my treasure. You are my treasure. Yeah, you.
You are.
You are my treasure. You are my treasure.
Ooh, baby.
Oh,
Treasure. That is what you are. Honey, you're my golden star.
You know you can
Make my wish come true. If you let me treasure you. Let me treasure you. Oh, 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 oh.
Are we singing it? Are we singing this? Welcome to Rowan University's 2019 commencement ceremonies. The processional is ready to begin. Please silence all cell phones and please remain seated during the processional so everyone can see. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. And now, Dr. Christian E. Botez, Dean of the College of Science and Mathematics and School of Health Professions.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the 2019 College of Science and Mathematics commencement ceremony. It is my pleasure to introduce our special guests. Please hold your applause until everybody is introduced. Rowan University President Dr. Ollie Hushmand, members of the Rowan University Board of Trustees, Ms. Isabelita Abel, Dr. Barbara Chamberlain, Dr. Thomas Gallia, distinguished guests, Dr. Greg Caputo, Grand Marshal, and Mr. Shay Dyro, student speaker. Members of the President's Cabinet, Deans, College Advisory Board members, faculty, and other senior members of the administration. Let's give them all a big round of applause. As we all know, there are two very important constituencies that must be recognized today. Students, please rise and face the people most important in your lives. Partners, parents, brothers, sisters, loved ones who have provided support and resources to bring us here to this day. Please also recognize your own family, faculty, staff, and administrators who share in your pride and success today. Let's give them a big round of applause as well. Please be seated.
Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, very quiet bunch. I thought the scientists are loud and rowdy. Good afternoon. Much better. On behalf of the entire Rowan family, to 20,000 students and almost 4,000 employees, I would like to welcome especially the loved ones, the family members, moms and dads and brothers and sisters, husbands and wives and friends who are here to celebrate the accomplishment of our amazing graduates. Also, on behalf of the entire university community, I would like to express my sincere congratulations to each and every one of you for your great accomplishments. I'm grateful to the parents to entrusting their loved one with us. Now we are returning them back to you, fully developed, capable, highly educated, and ready to go and be productive taxpayers. Thank you for being in here. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
This week, we are graduating 57 students who have served our country as members of the United States military. They have overcome the challenges and hardships of transitioning between studies and service. We appreciate their dedication to both education and military duties. Will those students who have served, whether here or in the rec center, please stand to be recognized. Thank you for your service to our country. You may be seated.
What is so special about commencement is that we see so many parents, and I'm a father, so I can speak as one of you, come in here and see that their sons and daughters smiling and be happy and celebrating their great accomplishments. It's the greatest feeling that I have when I see that smile on the face of the family members. So today we have something really, really special in that we want to see a massive smile on the face of a dad and a graduating student. Returning from Afghanistan today to join with his family to celebrate his daughter's commencement. Please give a Rowan University welcome to U.S. Army Sergeant First Class Darrell Caulfield. Darrell. Psychology major, Laura Caulfield. I know you are in the other room. I give you 10 seconds to get here. Isn't it an amazing feeling?
Celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate.
There's a party going on right here, a celebration to last forever. So bring your good times and laughter too. We're gonna celebrate and party with you. Come on. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. Let's all celebrate and have a good time. It's time to come together. It's up to you. What's your pleasure?
Everyone around the world,
Come on.
it's a celebration. It's a celebration. Celebrate good times, come on. Let's celebrate. Celebrate good times, come on.
The celebration continues. My name is Dr. Christy Shuda McGuire, and I am the Assistant Dean. At this time, it gives me great pleasure to recognize the graduates who have excelled in their academic studies while here at Rowan. These students are graduating today with honors and fall into 3 levels of achievement. Students graduating cum laude have achieved a grade point average of 3.45 to 3.64. Will those students who are graduating cum laude please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Students graduating magna cum laude have achieved grade point averages of 3.65 to 3.84. Will those students who are graduating magna cum laude please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Students graduating summa cum laude, the highest honor, have achieved grade point averages of 3.85 to 4.0. Will those students who have achieved this distinction please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Congratulations to all on your achievements. I would also like to recognize the Honors Concentration graduates and our Honor Society members. They are listed in the program and have been recognized at previous ceremonies. Will all these graduates please stand? Thank you and congratulations on your achievements. You may be seated. It is my pleasure to recognize the winners of the Medallion Awards. These are students who have distinguished themselves through their excellent academic performance, character, and service to their college and department. Students, when your name is called, please stand to be recognized and remain standing. Audience, please hold your applause until all recipients are called. Robert N. Runlin, Pre-Professional Award in the Allied Health Field, Rachel Fay. The Michael Miller Chemistry Medallion Award, Eric Cohn. Mark M. Chamberlain, PhD, Professional Award in Chemistry, Biochemistry, Brooke Austin. Excellence in Biological Sciences, Terrell Harris. Excellence in Physics, Ronak Desai. Paul Dyke Award in Physical Science, Paul Nitsky. And Psychology Medallion, Emmanuel Alvarez. Congratulations to all. Please be seated. Finally, we recognize our Dean's Outstanding Senior Award recipients. Students, when your name is called, please stand to be recognized. And audience, again, please hold all applause until the end. Biochemistry, Matt Holmes. Biological Sciences, Victoria Brady. Chemistry, Brittany Stinger. Molecular and Cellular Biosciences, Larissa Kavetsky. Office of Health Professions, Ernest Wallace Jr. Physics and Astronomy, Benjamin West. Psychology, Jared Richards. Congratulations to all. You may be seated.
Class of 2019, congratulations. You are now members of an elite group. You are alumni of Rowan University. This comes with a great responsibility as you now represent Rowan in your professional lives or future academic pursuits. Whether you are going to work in your chosen industry or continue your education, your time here at the university form the foundation for your careers. Although I'm just completing my first year as your dean, the amount of excellence that I have witnessed in and out of the classroom is truly amazing. More than 100 of you will graduate cum laude, summa cum laude, or magna cum laude, and 44 of you participated in the Thomas N. Bentivoglio Honors Concentration. You have conducted groundbreaking research with our faculty, and some of you published in world-renowned journals. You have secured great jobs and earned admissions to prestigious graduate and professional schools. You have done so well that I have no doubt that all of you here today will play important roles in shaping the very future of science and mathematics. You also understood that going to college is not just about the classroom and the research lab. It's also about the experiences that shape who you are as a person. So you have represented the university well beyond the academic stage. You have been active in your communities. You participated in volunteer activities. You help your friends and perhaps others whom you didn't even know. Thank you for all you have done and for all that you're about to do. Also, great thanks for choosing the College of Science and Mathematics. It's been a true privilege to serve you. Your success further motivates us to continue providing the best in-class instruction and research opportunities to future generations of Rowan students. Our faculty are committed to these goals. They are nationally and internationally recognized for their teaching, mentoring, and research. And as you certainly know, all our students work closely with the faculty in the classroom and laboratory and receive an unmatched level of personal attention that is one of our trademarks and points of pride in the College of Science and Math. Before I conclude, I would like to once more recognize your families and friends. Thank you for standing by these graduates in both good and more challenging times. Thank you for having faith in our faculty to guide them through college. Class of 2019, you have already made us proud by what you have accomplished as students. You now have the opportunity to show the world what one can do with their own education. Congratulations, good luck, and we look forward to hearing about your future success. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our commencement student speaker, representing biological sciences, psychology, neurosciences, and pre-medical studies, and of course, the College of Science and Mathematics, Shay Dairo.
I'm sorry I had to fix this, otherwise I wouldn't hear the end of it from my dad, so just give me a moment. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the class of 2019. My name is Olusegun Dairo, or Shayuna Shay, as some of you may know me as, and I have the great pleasure and honor of being your student speaker this afternoon. First and foremost, congratulations. As you sit here, take this moment to reflect on your time at Rowan. Think of all the new relationships you have fostered, as well as the family, friends, and faculty that have helped you get to this point. For the brief time that I share the stage with you all, I would like to take you on a trip down memory lane. Students, if you would please do me a favor, close your eyes. Think of your first time visiting Rowan. Maybe you took a tour given by one of our lovely admissions ambassadors. Or perhaps it was during freshman orientation or even move-in weekend. It may have even been your first time visiting from out of state. Do you remember how you felt at the time? The anxiousness that surrounded you. The ambiguity of how this next step in life would impact you. Even though I knew I was going to school less than 10 miles away from my home, I too was nervous at the idea of college life and being separated from home. You can open your eyes now. Many of us feel that same way today, but I implore you to remember other things as well. I want you to remember who you were when you arrived on this campus, and who are you now? How have these years shaped you? What have you learned from your time here? Remember all those late nights studying or procrastinating, and recall the adverse moments that helped you build grit and character. As I stand here before you, I can recall multiple times questioning if this would all be worth it. For example, most of us can relate to studying for organic chemistry and having blank stares while asking ourselves, why did we sign up for this? But I want you to look back on all the trials and tribulations that prepared you for this next moment you're about to embark on. Now it is time to begin to look forward to what is in store for you. You are more equipped than ever before to take on this world. As you take this next step towards pursuing your dreams, I dare you to do so with ambition. Whatever your path may be, give it your all and do it with integrity. Think of the person you want to be in a couple years' time and give the maximum effort you can to surpass that. As aforementioned, we would not be here today without the support of our loved ones. I know if it was not for the support system of my family and friends, I would have had a much harder time making it through. I mean, who else would listen to us moan and complain about the insane amounts of homework we have to do? Additionally, from the day I arrived on this campus, I am grateful that I've had faculty and administrators who would go above and beyond for me. At this time, I would like to take a moment to personally thank the people in my life who have helped me get to this point. When I think of staff members who have helped me reach this point, there are so many, but two in particular come to mind. Those two are Mr. Varela and Dr. Hendrick. To Mr. Varela, I vividly remember when we first met. You said that you could see me being a MAPS president one day. Little did you know at the time, but those words of encouragement meant the world to me, and I made sure to work to make your prophecy come true. To Dr. Hendrick, you have been an integral part of my growth from a sophomore to a graduate. During your brief time here at Rowan, you have nurtured countless students, including myself, with wisdom befitting a pediatrician. To my family, I can't thank you enough for your unwavering support and acting as my unlimited source of motivation. Dad, Mom, Shagun, Damola, Tara, I love you very dearly. Lastly, I'd like to take a moment to honor my friends, specifically the members of MAPS who I've been with on this journey since day one of freshman year. That is to Elena and Ernest, I thank you. It is difficult enough to trek this journey alone, but having friends for life with whom you can conquer this quest with makes it infinitely better. Especially to Ernest. I have to say, it's been quite the past 4 years. I had no idea when I decided to come to Rowan that after these 4 years, I'd be adding another brother to my family. But I'm so grateful that I have. To the class of 2019, wherever you are headed to next, I hope that you find a network and environment that supports your growth rather than stunts it. As you leave this campus today for the final time as a student, ask yourself, what would you do differently if you could start over? While we seldom have the opportunity to take a second chance in life, the time ahead of you right now is a time for many chances and mistakes. It is a time for even more development and progress. Utilize the lessons learned as fuel for your success. As I prepare to embark on the next stage of my academic career in regard to medical school, I am grateful and secure in the fact that Rowan has given me the tools necessary to succeed. As the saying goes, college is supposed to prepare you for the real world. Now is the time to put that saying to the test. Thank you and congratulations once again, class of 2019.
Will President Hushmand and Dean Jones please join me at the podium? Ladies and gentlemen, our university family was saddened to lose one of our students, Sean Needham, from psychology. Please honor him with a moment of silence. Thank you. Would Jack and Elaine Needham, Sean's parents, please join us on stage? It is with a heavy heart that I award this degree. It is an honor to present you with Sean's diploma. Thank you for sharing your son with us. We celebrate his life and achievements by awarding his degree today. Before we get to the reading of the names, I ask all our master's and bachelor's students, both here and in the Student Recreation Center, to please stand. As you know, on Saturday, we held our campus-wide commencement event here on the main campus to celebrate Rowan's bachelor's, master's, educational specialist, doctoral, and medical degree candidates. It was during that event that President Hushmand, Provost Newell, and Mr. Chad Brunner, Chair of the Rowan University Board of Trustees, officially certified our master's and bachelor's degree candidates as having completed all the requirements for graduation. With that, our College of Science and Mathematics graduates were conferred Master of Arts, Master of Science, Bachelor of Arts, and Bachelor of Science degrees with all rights, privileges, responsibilities, and obligations of those degrees. Congratulations to each of you. You may be seated. It is now time to proceed to the presentation of graduates. For those of you in the Student Recreation Center, the video stream is going to end, and Associate Dean Dr. Peter Radigan will preside over the presentation of our psychology and psychological sciences graduates. Thank you. For the presentation of graduates, in a couple of minutes, I will turn the microphone to Mr. Matt Martucci. Before he begins, I would like to ask all family members to remain in your seats so that you will not obstruct the view of others or get in the way of our students. A professional photographer will take 3 photos of our students, one before they cross the stage, another as they shake hands with me, and a third at the bottom of the stage. The students have been given contact information to have proofs mailed home. Also, you are welcome to take photos in front of the platform stage at the conclusion of this ceremony. And now, the moment you have all been waiting for, the reading of the names.
Ladies and gentlemen, the candidates for the Master of Science in Pharmaceutical Sciences are David Almond, Penelope Medley, Kathleen Kernan, Faraja Ombakalyo, Naveed Khan, Charles Cooper, Jacqueline Moen, Mark Perez, Lee Green, the candidates for the Master of Science in Bioinformatics are Nikolai Lauder, Nicholas Scarice, Joshua Stoles, the candidates for the biochemistry degree are Mallory Larkin, Zachary Finkel, Seda Bektash, Jinsu de los Santos Kim, Myra Flores, Daniel Trevino, Jennifer Chesko, Joseph Iovine, Josephine Bernard, Jessica Camerata, Haley Simpkins, Caitlin Brooke Good, Kyle Joseph Morrow, Elisa Tobias, Chad Steele, Jennifer Clavens, Ruben D'Souza, Brooke Austin, Dominique Morris, Shauna Cephas, Ariel Restituyo, George Woodward, Eric Cohn, Connor Mott, Desiree James, Leah Horvat, Catherine Tarnowski, Alexandria Sinetra, Joshua Lee, Megan Brenner, Ryan Palaganis, David Shirley, William Savat, Ronald Kohler, Jachike Enwureji, Roseanne Rosario, Nicholas Bernhardt, Cedric James Garcia, Sion Abe. The candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Chemistry are Fat Lee, Stephanie Calderon, Jamie Crescenzi, Thomas Farrell, Jessica Metcalf, Veronica Lamastro, Nicholas Schifano, Nolan Meyer. Kyle Andrews. Sharon Robinson. Michael J. Pino Jr. Dylan Brunt. Nikki De Oliveira. Sarah Halim. Adam Musetti. Alexandra Roth. Carrie Gray. Michael Collins. Alana Swinton. Kathleen Marie Samuel. Brittany Stinger. Tanner J. Giyuki. Boaz Owiti. The candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Bioinformatics are Rian Sharif, Anne Marie Therese Fernandez, Shante Bethel, Marshall Asbury, Braden DeMartin, the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Translational Biomedical Science are Larissa Kavetsky, Nakoa Weber, Thomas Fasano, Nicholas Evans, Kevin Dawes, Robert Hartley, the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Physics are Aaron Webb, Derek Fajardo, Zachary Tribbett, Benjamin Caldwell, Jacob Kajazi, Christopher Doherty, Ryan T. Gebhardt, James Hambor, William Quigley, Connor Richardson, Robert Nitsky, Stephen Hickey, Randy Paladines, Ronak Desai, Jocelyn Mendez, Louis Remy, Evan Birdsall, Austin Mabry, Charles Hughes, Tyler Hanover, Jason Porch, Austin Beers, Paul Kelly, Benjamin West, the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Biophysics are Taylor Douglas, Aubrey Waymiller, Gaspari Carollo, Brandon Jarmusic, Crystal Morgan, Teresa Zaria Slater, the candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Physical Science, Physics are Jared Christopher Clark, The candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Biological Sciences are Nikita Nayar, Joshua Floormont, Connor Rimby, Jacob Ebner, John Kevin Stevens Jr., Varunda Kalavati Patel, Sagan Araya, Philip Chihet, Stephen Espinoza, Paul Sikora, Sean Spillane, Morgan Miller, Ziba Sutani, Allison Melko, Samantha Milletta, Olivia Morris, Jade Alvarez, Yesenia Cruz Perez, Jasenia Roldan, Thomas Cutts, Layla Yilmaz, Courtney Ryback, Rawan Al-Sayed, Ilknor Kilich, Kristen Armstead, Lamia Rahman, Taylor Frisch, Yasmin Mushtaq, Morgan Drum, Sarah Struess, Vanita Manda, Aisha Zaman, Jarumi Patel, Elvis Ogwang, Joseph Gabrielli, Melissa Harrow, Odesta Harrow, Gwendoline K. Conte, Aminata Toure, Jennifer R. DeJean, Neka Obafor, Samira Abu, Mushtaq Sahal, Wilfred Lozier, Amarat Bello, Nadia McMillan, Yasmina Hill, Samantha Wana Dries, Stephanie Leone, Marissa Octavia Webb, Delina Le, Natalie Wozunk, Ison Bordabal, Taylor Dobson, Carly Strickland, Samantha Baish,
Leandra Bello, Puyani Bavishi, Shub Baumbri, Anil Bhatnagar, Nicholas San Juan, Fernando Marinero, Brian Alfaro, Alexandra Rivera, Nikki Vaughn, Erica De La Torre, Yasmin Farrig, Nicholas Chow, Shalisa Aquino, Jose Alcantar Pizano, Giselle Orellana, Brooke Basile, Karina Olivas, Minwoo Cho, Philip Masteridis, Jared Souza, Danielle Aharoni, Jasmine Dostenko, Sydney Sahito, Haley Gianella, Dale Mielheim, Lindsay Worth, Nadia Hassan, Hannah Coase, Kevin Perez, Sarazada Safatik, Lucas Bennett, Lauren Foster, Rachel Fay, Sierra Melly, Sabrina Figueroa, Nestor Cruz, Stephanie Cerrone, Ryan Calhoun, Carol Bodnar, Yevgeny Zelanjev, Jonathan Cosenza, Lauren Willie, Alexis Trainer, Grace Bennetson, Victoria Brady, Vanessa Cooper, Samantha Enns, Jennifer Hopkins, Grace Gerges, Christopher Edwards, James Mejia, Sean Ellsworth, Thomas Martinell, Alexandria Linville, Melina Milas, Mackenzie Henry, Dylan Hammond, Chase Harris, Stephen Adeniyi, Diego Gutierrez Murillo, Maha Ahmed. James Perry. Zach Cooper. Francesca Falvo. Ryan Hellerman. Patrick Cairns. Andrew Manna. John Gattuso. Audrey Bacon. Nicole Lafferty. Emily Miranda. Tyrell L. Harris. John J.C. Juanitez. Catherine Markey. Nicole Whiting. Alex Kirsch. Every Lee. Gregory Joyner. Kelsey Pendleton. Alexandria Ash. Kelly McEwen. Ryan Blackwell. Alexis Foschini. Malika Mendu. Kelsey Lampour. Juliana DePietro. Erin Marie Maselli. Narina Colleen. Stella McAndrews. Kat Rogers. Sam Kuche. Christine Kortanek. Yvette Aguilar. Denise Azcona. Avery Alexander. Deandra Pleasant. Dominic Gigliotti. Victoria Morrow. Emma Frost. Ernest Wallace Jr. Elena Sierra. Denise Sizer Smith. Elizabeth Kocher. Sarah Bryden. Haley Beakley. Savannah Erickson. Ashley Vanessa Quintanilla. Avery Denise Johnson. Rochelle Sagan. Erin Elizabeth Wannen. Alusha Un Dairo. Logan Spicer. Van Blaze. Alex Galante. Paul Tome. Giari Marva. Peter David Meyer. John Alviar. Seta Iden. Max Koo. Ashley Harridan. Ann Lee. Kathy Wynn. Austin Jeffcoat. Sean Gupta. Nicholas Montoya Orozco. James Montefort. Araya Sheehan. Robert Allegra. John Thomas. Yusef Labib. Jessica McGulf. Sarah Valdez. Bria Lott. Ryan Mugar. Wobed Valier. Kyle Todd.
Thank you for attending today's ceremony, and congratulations to all our students. The audience is requested to remain in place until the platform party has recessed, and shuttles to the parking lots are available for those who need them outside SB. Will everyone please rise for the recessional?
O when we greet thee, all praise to thy name, thy banner unfurled to the breeze. Thy children salute thee and pledge to thy fame the resounding voices reprise. All about thee arise the first temples of God, lifting high leafy arms to the sky. And the flowers that bloom in the green of the sod seem to sing thee a sweet lullaby.
from the bunch. One glance was all it took. But now it's much too late for me to take a second look. Oh, baby, give me one more chance.
Show you that I love you.
Won't you please let me
Back in your heart.
Oh, darling, I was bound to let you go.
Let you go, baby.
Now since I've seen you in his arms,
I want you back.
yes, I do now.
I want you back.
Oh, baby.
I want you back.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I want you back.
You went to school to learn, girl, things you never knew before.
Hey, hey, like I'm for you, except after C.
What 2 + 2 makes 4. Now I'm gonna teach you.
Teach you.
All about love, dear.
All about love. Sit yourself down, take a seat. All you gotta do is repeat after me. A, B, C.
It's easy as
1, 2, 3.
As simple as
Do, re, mi. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3.
Baby, you and me, girl.
A, B, C.
Easy as
1, 2, 3.
As simple as
Do, re, mi. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3.
Baby, you and me, girl.
Trying to live without your love is one long sleepless night. Let me show you, girl, that I know wrong from right.
Teacher's gonna show you.
Show you.
How to get it.
Na, 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 na. I need you have to listen to me, baby. That's all you gotta do.
Oh, baby, give me one more chance.
Show you that I love you.
Won't you please let me
Back in your heart.
Oh, darling, I was bound to let you go.
Let you go, baby.
Now since I've seen you in his arms,
I want you back.
A, B, C.
I want you back. 1, 2, 3. I want you back.
A, B, C.
I want you back. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, more chance.
Show you that I love you.
Won't you please let me
Back in your heart.
Oh, darling, I was bound to let you go.
Show you that I love you.
Now since I've seen you in his arms,
I want you back. A, B, C. I want you back. 1, 2, 3. I want you back. A, B, C. I want you back. 1, 2, 3. I want you back.
Thank you. Yeah, we did.
Bum, 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 ba-da-ga-dum, ba-ga-dum, bum, 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 bum. Dance to the music. Dance to the music. Dance to the music. Dance to the music.
all we need is a drummer.
For people who only need a beat, yeah.
I'm gonna add a little guitar to make it easy to move your feet. I'm gonna add some bottom so that the dancers they just won't hide.
You might like to hear on the organ.
I said